What it do out here? I feel ashy. Damn, I feel fucking ashy. I'm out here on this beautiful Friday morning after this daggone near tornado we had here in central Connecticut. And yesterday, good news, man. The set that I shot for Brick TV, Laughaholics, just dropped yesterday, as a matter of fact. And that was cool. It was getting some pretty good reception, man. You know, hopefully it'll draw some traffic to my channel. I can start to build up my YouTube channel and even more, so I can start getting my podcast popping and start monetizing my shit, you know, and push me further and further away from the man and making money on my own terms, at my own pace, at my own will. But the video, the clip was pretty well received. I felt good when I shot it. You know what I mean? I felt like I was on point. The crowd was awesome. You know, just the cinematography and just the way that it looks and the sound and everything. I wish they would mic the audience better so you could hear it even more. I actually have an audio myself, and I'm thinking about cutting them together so you could really hear the laughter. Even though you can hear the laughter there, but there's no microphone on the audience. But anyway, pretty good receptions. Every now and again you get a hater. Like one person was like, not funny at all, you know. And I'm not a famous person yet right now, right? So if I drop something and people comment, I'm gonna comment back because I don't have as much going on in my life as like a Marlon Wayans or somebody like that who just can't comment. I'm only gonna have a few people commenting, so I'm gonna say something back. And there's this perception that I can't take criticism with my work. And that couldn't be, hey, what up, Peaches? That couldn't be further from the truth. If I wasn't able to take criticism with my work comedically, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. And I'm not anywhere. You understand what I'm saying? But if I couldn't take criticism, I would never try different things. I would never, you know, try like different ways of saying things. I throw away jokes all the time, but I would never throw away jokes. You know what I mean? I would never even get on stage if I couldn't take criticism. You know what I mean? When you put yourself in that public forefront, you open yourself up for scrutiny, and people are going to hate and say negative stuff all the time. That comes with the territory. I understand that. My thing is, I like to troll haters. There's a difference between just giving criticism and just trolling, just saying some hateful shit. Like the one person that said, "Oh, not funny at all," I don't bother me. I was like, I can't win them all, whatever. But this other person, she wrote like this lengthy thing, and I made a screenshot and I posted it on a page because she said, I responded to something she said, and she said, "You can't take criticism." I know she probably was trying to spell criticism and then spell checked it or whatever, but I'm just clowning her or whatever. But in the original post, I never showed this. I didn't show this yet. She said that he think he's funny. He's basically he should quit comedy. He should just quit. And I'm like, damn. See, criticism is one thing, like, you know, you're just not my cup of tea, blah, 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 blah. But to give, there's a difference between, like, criticizing somebody's act and giving somebody advice as to what they should do with the act. Like, you know what, you shouldn't even try no more. Not, oh, go back to the lab, not try to get better, not try to improve. No, motherfucker, quit. What? So when somebody says something like that, you trolling. I'm a troll right back. That's her opinion of what I should do, but me clapping back to that is not me not being able to take criticism. I don't think people understand like what the word criticism means, one, or how one should react or respond to criticism. So just because you're trying to be a celebrity, you're trying to be famous, or you're trying to be in the public light, right? And if somebody says something negative, by you responding to their negativity, that means you can't take criticism. So every time somebody says something negative, me as an aspiring comedian who responds to shit in life and reality in general, that's how we write our jokes. We see shit, things happen, we respond to it. That's the nature of a comedian. So that has to stop when people are talking audience, they say something, I'm gonna say something back. Or me online, they say something, I'm gonna respond. That doesn't mean I can't take criticism. That means I'm a comic that responds. And yes, some people, they're like, oh, you're so sensitive. Comedians, we're sensitive individuals. We're sensitive, and there's nothing wrong with being sensitive. That's why we're so funny, because we're in tune to the universe, and we pick up on a lot of shit, a lot of small things and nuances that nobody else notices, or people are afraid to admit that they notice. We actually respond to these things and expound on these things and talk about these things. So what am I supposed to do? Somebody say something, oh, you suck. You supposed to quit comedy. I'm supposed to just be like Gandhi. Your comedy garbage. You need to quit. You suck. I wasted my time listening to your shit. Motherfucker, I'm not Martin Luther King. I'm not Gandhi. I'm not going to just sit here and take the hatred of dumb motherfuckers. And when I posted the criticism that she had of me, not the CRTICISM, I posted that shit. I wasn't complaining about what she said. I was making fun of the fact that she spelled that word blatantly wrong. Now, granted, when I made my status, instead of the word how, I wrote his by accident, because it's spell check. Because if you look at the keyboard, the H is obviously there. The I and the S is real close to the O and the U. So it's the O and the W. So it's easy to make a typo of the word his instead of how, you know. So I didn't check that. So touche on me, touche against me, you know what I'm saying, for calling out somebody on their grammar and their spelling when I fucked up myself. But that's what my post was. My post was just clowning somebody that was retarded. And the thing is, see, a lot of times people will clap at you online, or they'll clap at somebody in general online, and somebody to respond. They're so used to just trolling. They got one fucking subscriber or no subscriber. They're used to going everywhere, all over the internet, and listening to this shit. Whack, that was garbage, whatever. And they don't expect anybody to respond to them. So when you respond to them, it fucks their head up. Now they get all defensive and they cop and please. Well, if you can't take criticism, bitch, how the fuck you gonna say if I can't take criticism when I'm critiquing your critique? How you gonna say I can't take criticism when I'm criticizing what you are criticizing, right? So you can't take criticism either. Ain't that the pot calling the kettle black? That's all I'm saying. And the thing is, right, I couldn't care less about this type of shit. But this is content for my channel. This is content for my brand. This is content for my character. If I wasn't trying to develop myself as a brand and as a comedian, you know, and as an entertainer, I would never respond. I would never make videos. I would never make these crazy Facebook statuses. I do this because I'm creating a character if some of you dumb motherfuckers, especially when it's comedians that don't get it. Now I can see why some of you comics are stuck and y'all never grow, y'all never go anywhere, because y'all sitting here talking about how I'm trying to do shit and your page ain't popping. You ain't really doing nothing with your career, nothing like that. Your shit is ass, nigga. Instead of trying to tell me how to be, why don't you fucking take notes and develop your shit? Instead of trying to fucking scrutinize how the fuck I'm trying to do my thing, man. Fuck out of here, yo. You know? But that's why I do. I could take criticism all day. No. Hey, Chris, I can explain myself all the fuck. This is what I do with my page. This is what I do with my channel. This is what I do with my character. I could do whatever the fuck I want to do. Going on your page, yo, you need to stop talking about candy and snacks so much. You got your way of running your shit and your career, how you do your thing. This is how I do me. This is how I run myself. You know what I'm saying? This is how I run myself as a comic, as a brand, as a business. I can do whatever the fuck I want to do. And I can do this shit, and I still get on stage, and I still develop. I like doing this because it takes an inside look into like the struggles and the turmoil and, you know, the shit I'm dealing with as a budding comic, trying to develop and trying to grow into whatever it is what I am. The only time I tell somebody The only time I'll tell somebody how to be is if it's something that's like harmful or like destructive to them. Like if they drinking too much, you know what I'm saying, or they fucking mad broads, you know, or just bringing harm to themselves. But if you're just trolling and talking shit online, I couldn't care less, man. I can reserve my energy for other things, and I'm not explaining myself. Oh shit, I'm not explaining myself. People say I can't take criticism. So okay, let's do the Gandhi shit again. Mo can't take criticism. So what I'm supposed to do when they say that? Just do this. Mo can't take criticism. Fuck that. I can take criticism. That's bullshit. If I couldn't take criticism, yo, Chris Clark, you've given me advice on comedy and some things. If I didn't take criticism, I wouldn't have tried the things that you told me to try out. Like, what the fuck is people talking about? And the whole point I'm trying to make is I exposed the bitch because she's complaining that I can't take criticism, but she herself can't take criticism. If you can't take something, why dish it? But see, that's what a lot of fans, quote unquote, and that's at the end of the day, that's all they are as fans. They're not creating, they're just complaining. Dude, I hop on motherfuckers shit all the time, and I troll motherfuckers. I know Ryan Davis, they probably ain't never seen my troll, and I troll that motherfucker all the time. He's a funny dude, but I troll him. You know, one day it's gonna pop off. He gonna say something. I'm like, dog, I was just trolling. I was trying to get your attention, man. Take me on tour. But it's some motherfuckers. I used to troll DC Young Fly, but you know what? I stopped trolling DC Young Fly. You know why? Because I watched a couple of his interviews, and I was like, you know what? Regardless of how much of a Chris Tucker clone I call him or whatever, the brother speaks some real deep shit, and he's about black unity, man. So it's like, how the fuck could I handle somebody, even if I don't like your act, even if I think you are the most hack comic in the fucking world, if you're about black unity and about getting black people jobs and bringing black people together and just putting other black folks on, I can't hate on that. I'm not gonna never troll DC Young Fly ever again, yo. Never again, man. That motherfucker won me over just by his realness. You win motherfuckers over by your realness. I can't troll that motherfucker. I'll give you an example. When I was younger, I used to always make jokes about dark skin. My sister's dark skin, Tora. I used to always just make dark skin jokes. And just as being a lighter skin person, you know, we always get clowned for being light skin. The light skin clown the dark skin motherfuckers. When I started watching Tommy Sotomayor, now I know a lot of y'all hate on Tommy Sotomayor, you know what I'm saying? But one thing he doesn't do is clown on people, the complexion of people's skin, or make fun of people because they're dark skinned. You understand what I'm saying? And when he really broke that shit, regardless of how much you don't like him or for what he stands for, that shit fucking resonates and that shit is real. So that's just one thing I don't make fun of people's complexion no more. You know what I'm saying? After a while, you watch somebody, you listen to them, you know what I mean? And it sways your mind and it changes your way of thinking. And you go about things differently. So I say all that to say this, yeah, I troll people online too. But if you are a rational, logical motherfucker, and you know what I'm saying, you're sincere with a presentation, even if I don't like your act or who you are, I still respect the game and the hustle of what you do. And that's the whole point I'm trying to make. You know what I'm saying? Instead of, like, you see a young brother up and coming trying to do his comedy thing, but it may not be your particular cup of tea. And we black motherfuckers we in this struggle, we trying to break off in a dominant society, and we trying to feed each other. You know what I'm saying? Even if this motherfucker his act is something that I don't like, I would never tell that person to quit. So quit and do what? Go get a regular job, work for a man, go sell some drugs, go be a robber, go be a fucking pimp. You know what I mean? Like, fuck out of here, yo. You know what I mean? Like, there's ways you can show, like, you not liking something without hating on somebody and trying to totally crush their dream, especially when it's a black person to another black person. I would expect that. Excuse me. I would expect that from people from other groups, you know, not wanting us to rise up and succeed, because, you know, if black people get strong and rise up, we overtake these other groups. We pass them and they're threatened by that. I can totally get that. But a black person telling another black person who's doing some positive shit to quit. But is you telling drug dealers to quit? Is you trolling drug dealers and telling drug dealers to stop selling drugs? Are you trolling pimps and telling pimps to stop pimping? Are you trolling motherfuckers that's killing each other and black people that's killing black people? You telling black people that's killing black people to stop? No. You ain't telling black people to stop committing crime, but you telling a black person that's not doing a criminal act to stop doing something positive? Come on, man. There's a deep there's a deep meaning. There's a deep meaning. You say he had the crowd the whole time. He should have said shit to her. Just wipe that shit off. Oh, he said replying to, oh yeah. He said wipe that shit off. Yeah, but there's a deeper. You talking I think in reference to Gerald Kelly or some shit. But there's a deep meaning behind that shit, man. The things that we'll tell our people to stop doing, as opposed to the things that we turn a blind eye to. We will tell somebody that's trying to be a comic or trying to be a musician, you know what I mean, or trying to be a politician or whatever it is positive in the community. We'll tell you, yo, you need to just quit that shit. But we see all these drug dealers and all these criminals and shit in our community, and we don't tell them to stop. We don't go out of our way to tell them to stop. There's some deep underlying shit. Now, a lot of y'all be like, oh, it ain't that serious. It ain't that. Nigga, it is that serious. We need to stop saying shit ain't that serious. The shit is that serious. We don't pay attention to it. It's like cancer. You know what I'm saying? Or it's like a festering disease. You don't pay attention to it, like a small spot. You know, a small spot on your skin, or some type of lesion, or some type of abrasion. You're like, don't pay attention to it. That ain't nothing. That ain't shit. You know, like a small cough, or a small sniffle or some shit like that. And you're like, oh, don't even pay no mind. And pretty soon you got pneumonia, or you got full-blown AIDS, or you got stage 10 cancer or some shit like that. But with your logic, oh, it's a small thing. Don't pay attention to it. You understand what I'm saying? Small things aren't only in the physical form. Small things are in forms of ideas and words. And a lot of times you gotta attack some shit when it's small before it blossoms and festers into something that's a great, you know what I'm saying, destructive thing. Instead of just, we black people always trying to be so cool and nonchalant. I'm like, I could just take that. That ain't nothing. Nah, man, shit is more serious than, we always try to minimize things, man. Things are more serious than we give credit to. You understand what I'm saying? And to me, her telling me to quit doing comedy because she didn't enjoy my set. You dig what I'm saying? But she won't go out there. And I'm not saying her in Virginia because I don't know her. But this is just something I see, and I've been saying in my 40 years of life. We always tell people to stop, blacks telling blacks, quit your art, quit doing that, fuck that, get a regular job or whatever. But we won't tell people to stop selling drugs, stop doing this, and stop doing like all this negative shit in our community. Or even stop trying to work for the man and just work for ourselves. Be more business owners and entrepreneurs and just invest in each other. You understand? That's a fucking microcosm. Like if you notice, the one chick that said she didn't like my shit wasn't funny. I just said I can't win everybody. Whatever. Left it at that. Hold on one second. Oh shit. I missed a batch. Fuck. I left that shit at that. You understand? But this lady, she wrote the only reason why I responded to the way I did, because she wrote this long ass paragraph. You know what I'm saying? So I responded to it. Oh, she's like, oh, your feelings must have been hurt. No, my feelings weren't hurt. But you know what, though? This is something that black people do to each other way too much. And we got to stop just ignoring these small little cancers, these small little sniffles. And like my man, Matt Jones, who's a doctor, said, you got to take antibiotics when you see shit going on. You got to call shit out. You got to put it out there. You have to expose it. You got to make a big deal about small shit before small shit becomes a big deal. You have to make a big deal about small shit before small shit becomes a big deal. I just made that shit up off the top of the dome right now. Because something small becomes something great. Yo, I haven't really been majorly sick in a long time. I haven't had like a major cold, missed work or anything like that in a long fucking time. You know why? Because whenever my body's very sensitive and I'm in tune with my body, so whenever something small is wrong, when I feel like a small scratch in my throat or something like that, like, oh shit, I'll be looking around like, oh shit, something about to happen, man. I start taking my Dayquil, I start taking my NyQuil, I start bundling up, I start drinking way more fluids. I don't just, as your advice would be, ignore it. You know what I'm saying? No, I attack that motherfucker off top so it doesn't become bigger than what it is. A lot of women that get involved in like domestic violence and shit like that, domestic abuse. A man ain't gonna just come and start punching his woman in the face the first day that he meets her. He'll do little small things that, by your advice, you should just ignore. Like she'll say something like, shut the fuck up. Bitch, shut up. He'll say bitch or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like these aggressive things that you really shouldn't say to somebody that you just met, but they'll say it early. You dig what I'm saying? And then once he gets comfortable with that, it's grabbing the arm or some shit like that. And she don't react. You know what I'm saying? But he would have never got to the grabbing the arm part if he knew he couldn't get away with the fuck you bitch part. Even though you probably was saying it in a sweet way. But by your advice, oh, that's some small shit. Let it roll off your tongue. You know what I'm saying? So he started grabbing the arm. She don't get mad at grabbing the arm and shit when he gets mad at her. Then he grabbing both of them. You know what I'm saying? When he gets mad. She don't get mad at that shit. Then he mush her one day. You know what I mean? He never would have got to the mush part if she would have checked him from the fuck you part. You dig what I'm saying? So you got to pay attention to the small shit. Anybody that gives you advice to just ignore little things, that's fucked up ass advice. That's bullshit advice, man. I'm not saying you got to go all crazy, but just acknowledge that you know what the person is doing to you. I see what you're doing to me. You're not going to continue to do that to me. I see the hate that you're doing. Point out that fucking hate. A lot of times, people don't even realize they're giving off that hate. They're so used to being this negative, dark, sullen motherfucker. This is just the essence of their being. They don't even realize how they are. So, but like I said, black people, we always trying to be cool. We're not supposed to have emotions. We're not supposed to respond to anything. That we got all this bottled up tension and people just talking however the fuck they want to talk and saying whatever the fuck they want to say. No, you got to check that shit, man. Fuck all that shit, especially when somebody trying to be passive-aggressive, trying to tell me quit my dream. Fuck you, bitch. I'm not quitting nothing. Now, I didn't say none of that. I didn't say any of that. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I forgot what the fuck I said. But ultimately, my goal was to troll her. But by trolling her, I was still showing her that I see the hate that you're doing, the hate that you don't realize that you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And damn, why not? I think this is what I said. I was like, damn, I should quit. Your advice is not to get better. Your advice is not to go in the lab. Your advice is to quit. God damn. That's crazy as a motherfucker. That's not me, oh, I can't take criticism. That's me like, yo, calling out her bullshit because he's fucking trolling. Like Peter said, the bitch only got 1 subscriber. That's what she do. She go out, she try to antagonize. I'm calling that shit out. And like I said before, it's not about her. How she reacts is a microcosm of how we as black people are with each other in general. Because we would rather a motherfucker quit some positive shit, you know what I'm saying, than quit some negative shit. That's all I'm saying. I could take criticism. I'm trying to build a YouTube channel. For all y'all that say, oh, you don't got to talk about that and why y'all is motherfucking bitch. This is how I create my content. This is the type of content that I do on my page. Y'all don't like that shit, y'all can unsubscribe, I can unfollow. I'm gonna keep doing this shit. Been doing this shit for years. You know what I mean? Yeah, I could have way more followers. I can do cliche shit. I can talk about the news and stuff like that. I can do reviews on restaurants, and there's nothing wrong with any of those things, but I do what I'm interested in. You know what I'm saying? I do need to get like a specific set topic. I would start something up like with relationship advice, but I don't got no bitches though. You know what I'm saying? But I can definitely, I'm definitely great at giving you advice on if a bitch is like being funny with you, like if she's stunting on you and if she's not interested. That's something that I can definitely like help with. You dig what I'm saying? But Mo Green can take criticism. Mo Green can definitely take criticism. People give me advice and ideas. Oh, you should say this faster. I mean, ask the crew of comics that I hang out with. You know, I help out a lot of my comedian buddies at the Elbow Room, but a lot of them help me out too. I'm not it's like, it's some comics, man, you'll throw them a tag. Oh, I've been doing comedy way longer than you. Don't tell me shit. Don't tell me. Fuck them niggas. And that's why a lot of them niggas are stuck where the fuck they at. 10, 15, 20 years and they still stuck because they have that selling ass, bullshit ass mindset. You can learn from anything. You can learn from a homeless person. You can learn, if you know the Bible, you can learn from a baby. You know what I'm saying? It's just about how you looking at something and processing information and seeing how they do shit and how they are successful in whatever it is that they're doing, and you try to emulate that action to be successful, whether a person is older than you or whether a person is younger than you. Ain't nobody too good to learn from somebody else and teach from somebody else. So get the fuck out of here with that fucking I've been doing this shit way longer than bullshit. Fuck out of here, man. We can all learn from each other, yo. But yeah, that's pretty much all I'd say. Mo can take criticism. Listen, y'all can critique me all you want, but if you just saying some biased, arbitrary hating ass shit with no logic, like, that's just whack. I don't like that. Quit. I'm going to talk shit against that. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it's not me not taking criticism. It's about me being a comedian, and comedians, this is what we do. We react to things in the universe in general. And we definitely react to things that come our way. I'm not Dave Chappelle. I'm not no Chris Rock or nothing like that. I don't have millions of followers who I can't keep up with. With my little 250 followers, 260 followers on YouTube, I can respond to the motherfuckers. Even my 5,000 followers and my 2,000 followers on Instagram and my 5,000 on Facebook, I'm responding to y'all motherfuckers if y'all say some fuck shit. Especially if it's illogical. I'm going to troll you. That's just what I do. I appreciate y'all listening to me ramble. I'm out. Hashtag everybody Nemo Green. Peace.